Yeah, it really does. You know, I like the Vita though. I like what we've gotten out of this one. I think it could lead to a pretty competitive series. Oh, and already a hot start out of Monacy. I like what I'm seeing there. He swings himself out in the middle. It's day one of the group, so let's get into this, shall we? And Heroic. Ooh. We had some choice words out of Nerds before this. He said, maybe I'm delusional, but I think we can play in the spot X. So let's see if they'll realize that delusion now.
Sees hold of it. But G2 seem to have this pistol in the bag. Look at the flank timing for Nexa. Be completely open. Maybe Heroic realize with this much room, they've got to be right behind. And that's a lovely goosh out of Tesses. Nexa push back. Hooksy low as well. If Heroic can get good positions established, this could be a round worth talking about. That bomb is a little wider than default, so maybe Shush can play from the heaven, but Nico taps him out of the round. 2 players left, and really call it 1 because the health is diminished. It's almost gone. Nico gets every single kill. And it's going to be a round for G2 to start the series.
Permaban of Overpass. It's a map that should suit them, right? With the players that they have, probably more so than some of the other ones in the pool, like Vertigo, which also became really good for them in the last couple of months. And who was playing A.
I do have a question about the Vita, but we'll have to hold it off because we have a B-rush.
Yeah, straight in, out through Monster. Nexa toppled immediately. Nerds on this MP7, closing the distance, but oh dear. Hooksy comes out with a double, and Hunter's still here to offer his helping hand down at B. Deagle, 1 from Nikados. And now they go quiet just for a moment here. Monacy falls out, but that gives the fight to Nico. Monacy with the swing will regain control down at that lower site. It starts off well for G2. Hooksy opens up with the double. That's now moving in. Oh, kicks on.
Oh,
hello.
My goodness.
He's touching Nico. He's giving him a back rub, but it's just the Glock. And shot in the back. That's the end of the line for this A play. Tess says bomb plant denied. G2 respond to that one well, considering just how in their face Heroic were. The hero AK gets nothing done. Drops the smoke in, but Tesses is already ahead of it. Now, I really wondered, does he try and do much with this, right? Knowing he's ahead of the timing, he's going to turn back around for now. Nico will deal with him. Cleanly done on the MP9. And so an early advantage for G2, secured from Nico. Good flashes to find Hunter over on the short side. Now this B side's about to get pressured. Bomb waiting on Kicksands back outside of Monster. Oh dear, Nikados has just given G2 a big helping hand. He's smoked off short. A double agent.
They're going to have to go at Monster now. Flash is good. Hooksy's swing is very delayed, though, and Nerds will just get the blind spray. It's so blind for everyone. Nikados even comes through the smoke, but that won't stop him. Another entry for to Nexa, who finds 0 kills on this B hold, and it's too hot to handle for Nico from heaven. Hooksy's here with a Deagle, but there's everyone coming in.
Hooksy Deag. Will he be able to do anything? The flashes do make life a little easier for Hooksy, who puts up 2. That's what he had to in the round, but his teammates start to fall around him. And so this one, there was a glimmer of hope there with the 2K from Hooksy's Deagle. But having it just left on Hunter now in this 1-on-3, bomb getting planted. There is a world where he can attempt to sneak out through the bank, right? He's only got 1 player fighting him here, but CZ versus the AK. The AK comes up top trumps for Heroic. Rotate's moving up for G2, but Heroic are going to beat them to the punch. Already up close in the bank. Hunter is here, but he's very low. It's going to be Monacy chiming in on that AWP. Good for the double. And 1 more man still to chase down. There's a couple of kills with the MAC-10, gifting him the promise of this AWP. And it might just be the difference maker here for G2. They'll finish this one strong with Monacy and Nexa rising to the occasion.
The difference in the end, but also good patience from Monacy and Hunter not to go deeper into bank or upstairs. Instead, wait for the push from Heroic, who felt like they needed to take more control, knowing that there's a flank from Nico coming from somewhere.
Fighting out in the open. They know what to expect, but they've only got 1 flash. It has to be perfect. Monacy peeks in, fully blind, and that will give Heroic space with 20 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, the 1 flash having gone out, though, and you're not going to wipe him off of these sidelines anymore. Monacy, open season. He's good for the double kill. Ooh, missing on the 3rd. They're getting closer, and Kickson will eventually find him. Monacy did all he can in that round to turn the tide, but now It's on the rest of G2 to try and pick this up in the retake. They'll go fast through the bank. Good trade out of Hunter. Nikadoz left up in this one all alone. Sat right on top of the bomb. Like a mother hen right now. Here he is trying to knock out these Predators, moving up through the dumpster. They will get the trade, and it's some fancy trade work from Hunter to kind of facilitate this round in the first place. I like that reposition from him away from the bank. Joins up with his teammate. They double swing out at the dumpster. Speaking of quickly, yeah, man. Nico all the way up through mid. Whoa. And all the way down the slide. Hooksy at least going to keep this even in the 4-on-4, and him and m0NESY kind of slink back in towards the A-bomb site after leveling the playing field here. But Heroic aware that that one kill early likely going to stretch the defense just a little thinner, hone in their sights on the B site. Next set needs to deliver. He has support from Hunter. Goes for the trade, and that leaves him open, and Nikadoz over at short. G2 a man down.
Nade would win you the round there. Could have blown up Tess's on the plant. Instead, he'll come swinging solo. There's a trade, it's late, and m0NESY's not ready for the close player. Shush runs him down. It's not the prettiest post-plant for Heroic, but it certainly gets the job done. Awkward for Hunter. Couldn't pick his target.
At this breaking point on the CT side.
Another B-rush, the spawn, heaven smoke, the fast short molly. They're sending it.
Just straight in with the MAC-10.
It's heaven smoke.
Look at a farm. He's got support. Everyone's swinging out behind him. And so now it's only Nico, but they shouldn't be ready for this fourth man. Spam on the smoke, but that only further sells the idea that no one else is here. Nico might just have a golden opportunity.
Got a flick, though.
It's going to be wild to get out of this with any more than one. And on that smoke fade, they flush Nico out. m0NESY never even gets a chance to play here. It shushes MAC-10.
Knowing if m0NESY doesn't have the scout in the next round, it will be a full eco for G2. Well, they're not going to be able to find him, it seems. So something to worry about on that A site next time. 5-5, already a fantastic T-half out of Heroic, but these will be the deciding rounds, more so the last of the half, as G2, seemingly at best case, can only split it 6-6. Teething issues. It's just not like they've thrown that lurk smoke all T side, so to use it in the last round, like, of course G2 are going to flash peek it. They know you're actually going to make a play with that smoke, and Nico's been set up perfectly, but he doesn't get the kill. Teammate baited for him and everything. Good check from Tesses, and Shush knows he's got m0NESY trapped on the long side. No guarantee with this kill. m0NESY flashes and peeks, and he obliterates the entry.
It just makes your skin crawl, doesn't it, how good he is. Gonna have two players coming his way down the long side, but he likes these ranges. Might just look to go through that. They're not up into the site yet. That pressure isn't on just yet, and so m0NESY playing right on the edge of this smoke. Hooksy takes the contact. m0NESY fires off a shot, but won't commit to the push. G2, a man up. Bomb still not planted for Heroic, and the pressure is on. They're pinned in at the truck. These two players from G2 keeping the pressure applied on the back lines, and it's m0NESY's AWP every step of the way on this CT side that's been able to deliver. The dependable piece leaves it all on Tesses. 1v3.
What?
And m0NESY never even sees him, man. What's going on with this guy? This is absolutely wild. Another 3K from m0NESY, and that's how G2 tie up the half. m0NESY madness has manifested its way in the server. He is looking lights out right now. A stellar first half from the G2 AWPer. And even that shot there, that was the kill that closed the half. 6-6 to tie it up.
Execute coming in, two-sided smokes, and G2 gonna explode.
Shush up first. Oh, full blind, but still good for the first kill. At least leaves them even in a 4-on-4, and now this fast flank out through the connector gets activated. Nice kill from Nerds. Any more in the tank? Oh God, m0NESY. Don't know if that was just a kind of misread on the situation there, but caught running out into the open. Gives that one away for free. They trade places in this smoke at bank. But Hooksy now teed up to play around the bomb, takes out one, but that's the end of the line. It's a pistol round secured from the Heroic camp, and
And ooh, Hooksy, knife out. It's always scary. He's going to get heard and dispatched off by Nerds. The rest of the team are further than Nerds is ready for. And because of that kill, he might not flank. But this jump spot is everything. Nikodos gets the info, and now Nerds can start to activate.
Yeah, another backstab from Nerds. Found a lot of success from it in the pistol. That's a nice, easy kill from Nikodos onto Nico.
Oh, they heard that.
And now Nerds arrives in the back line, but flushed out by Monacy, who finding a lot of success still. 2 kills from him on his AK, so that's something dependable for G2 at least. That's what they need right now if they want to keep this round competitive. Hunter is in a really nice spot here. The fact that he hasn't tried to make some crazy play, he's just kind of biding his time. The longer he goes unchecked here, the more damage he could do, but he's just lobbed out some util. That should give it away. A kill from Nexa, but he's caught crossing onto the van. Left all onto Tesses now. Another one of these backstabs that Heroic are relying upon. Honestly, the one responsible for planting will get spammed out. And with so little time left, Hunter's got to go for the kill or the plant. He can't do both, and well, he will try to plug in those digits. He gets away with it. And so now we get into some real awkwardness, but it's Tesses with the flick back around to send Hunter packing.
I don't know what G2 are doing there. They have Monacy holding the con flank, but Nexus still wants to cross the truck. They have default, they have a guy front bank. Why don't you plant default, Yanko? Why would you try and cross truck when the whole fear of planting default with the flank being open is covered by Monacy?
I wish I had an answer for you, Hugo. I think it's just a little bit of chaos and miscommunication as to what's open and what they need to do. You know, you see it on Nico's reaction. So a huge round for, yeah, now a change of pace from Heroic. Kixan with an aggressive play.
Yeah, he does not care, does he? And hearing the steps coming back, this might be a freebie. Oh, the turn! What's he looking at?
I swear, half of this game's down to just with, like, people suddenly looking away from the intended target.
You have it. Great molly for Monacy.
Monacy and Hooksy.
I was going to say as well, this is the 3rd buy in a row for G2, and it was mostly Galil's. They were making it work.
Hang on a second.
They were. They no longer are.
Off the brakes, guys.
At 3-on-2, they have to go back for the bomb, and that allows Heroic time to adjust.
Watch G2 lose this. But I think, but Hooksy saw both players. He heard the M4 and the AK.
Oh, Nerds, they're up close. And he's been Mr. 3K, but now getting silenced. It's Monacy's time to shine.
Finally.
And Monacy is shining now. Just Tesses over at Dumpster, and Monacy's going to put a stop to this for sure with the round he's having. Oh, hang on a second.
He's a smoke, so he will look away.
I don't want to look away. You know, you look away from your screens. They can't look away from theirs.
Yeah, they had to win one, because if you keep bomb planting, you're going to keep buying. You're never going to have full AK util. You're never going to have the AWP.
Hooksy, he is being held here, and he'll start running. Nerds overwhelms him. Now that double setup over at long gets dismantled, and G2 are going to start moving out through the B site. Smoke in heaven nullifies this scout, but Shush is 5-7. Hello, that's Monacy and Nexa both dead. This could be a flawless 4-spy round out of Heroic. They could take this one all the way to the bank. This might be that back-breaking round. G2 snuffed out with not even a kill. Double digits locked in for Heroic, and it comes off the back of Shush's 5-7 down on the B site.
It's just such a nice utility combo because he drops the smoke, forcing G2 round one side of the pillar. He throws a nade, he hears damage, and then he calls the flash. Thank you, Captain Kixan. Both are blind. The 5-7 tears through G2 on that B walk. That's a disastrous round to lose. Tessis does get blinded by that flash, though. However, Hooksy fell back. He'll self-flash himself in, and Nico helps as well through the smoke. So that's another opening kill for G2 and a must-win round. Awkward timing for Nikodos as he backs up. They're right there.
Yeah, they're way closer than he's ready for. Knife pulled as he gets back behind the dice box.
See ya.
Gets there, but doesn't survive for long. The Monacy AWP just bearing down upon him, and you're dead on.
But if they lose that, then it's going to be an equal with 1900. This was better from G2, a slower...
Gonna deny any control over here towards short for now, but this boost is in play for Kixan, and he nades the smoke, but Nico's gonna win that. That's now his 3rd opener in a row. Nico cracking rounds open, but now they've got to follow through.
Look at the reaction, immediate speed up towards A. They know the op is on B. Well, maybe not the speed up now. Hunter doesn't know where the rifle is.
Oh, Nurse has just turned. He's checking long. That's awkward as hell. It's no AWP here in the site, though. Hunter's taking full advantage.
They're going to nade the smoke, look to peek through it. Tess says in at the truck, and he's got a mammoth task on his shoulders. Flash goes in over the top. Team Flash even hits him. He's left fighting for his life, and he can't withstand this hit for long. One man versus the full brunt of G2. And so it's looking like another G2 round. Hunter even comes in with the backstab, and it's just Nikodos left saving this AWP. So the gap is closing, and slowly but surely, Nico might not be blowing us away with where he is on the scoreboard, but he's certainly having a lot of impact in the start of these rounds. As mentioned, 3 entries in a row now for Nico.
Nikodos dead at the end. You would assume he's got to fight Nexa, who can just contain him here as his team come in to hunt this AWP. He's blind, he's burning, he's dead. It's G2 with back-to-back rounds looking to make a late-game recovery here on the T side, and they finally cooked the money of Heroic. Be able to kill them instantly. They should have a guaranteed trade
could also
here.
react to this.
All the time they turn, they line up. Next to 1-for-1. It could have gone worse. They try and pop in B, and Hooksy gets caught by Kixon. Even Monacy's missed shot on A. It's gone from bad to worse for G2. 40 seconds to make up their mind, and they're going to risk it all back at B.
They only have this one angle up through the short side. Tesses and Kixan should be able to play this one together to try and withstand the might of G2. Util starts to rein in now, but Kixan not made too uncomfortable from it. Gets away with a 1-for-1. It's left to Hunter and Monacy. They still don't even know about this player at Monster. Tess says never even spotted, never even needed. As Heroic run away with a 12. Hunter's left combat saving that one. Oh no! Just shy of them, and even the kill after time.
It won't affect money, not this late in the game. G2 have enough for these 2 buys. Kixon going 1-for-1 against Nico is a damn good sight.
More importantly, Tess has picked up the op for Nikodos, so now he has the big green as well.
Honestly, combat AWPing up through short.
That's one way to root. And Nico also finds an opener. G2 will not go down without a fight.
This is nice for G2. Good return back into it. Oh, I like this. They're going to go prod with Nico over towards A. Just give it a little look in. See if he can draw any players around the map. Shush left alone down on the B side. That smoke goes out, so he will slow down the short creep for now. 35 seconds. Kixan now moves in to join him. G2 don't have the time to go back. They will be running into this double stack. The combat boost coming in. Shush going up, but not looking at Con. Not looking at Con. Nico's not checking the boost. This is weird. Right now they know that if G2 are here, they're already up through the short side. Shush has to keep his wits about in so many bodies, and it's a good try, but just overwhelmed by the numbers of G2 down on that B site.
It looks more awkward than it really is. G2 play that 5v3 perfectly, Yanko.
For G2, yes.
For G2. G2 don't lose a 5v3. I consider that perfect. And not only that, they've got no kit, so 4 stack on A means G2 should win this round from position. Shush gets a spot. Let's see how panicked that rotation is. Heroic start to pull men down. G2 need to go quick.
Kixan arriving, but with Shush dead, the numbers now turn against Heroic. Firepower not on their side as well. There's no Shush 5-7 Heroics this time. Nerds up close is spammed out by Nexa, and this one's coming unraveled. The force bite not sticking the landing for Heroic, and so overtime is on the horizon. Tesses and Nikodos, not really much you can expect them to do here. Even getting spammed by Hooksy over a short. Clean shot from Monacy, and for Tesses, that sinking feeling sets in. They had their chance to get this one done in regulation, but it's not going to happen as G2 grind out an overtime. It takes Monacy dropping 31 kills to get them there, and countless openers from Nico on this T side, but eventually they do stumble back to their feet, and at bare minimum, lock in OT.
Oh, a sigh of relief, if nothing else, for G2, who were definitely on the back foot. It was all kind of spearheaded by those 4 rounds in a row where Nico's getting opening kills. And after the first one, G2 picked up a bit of a streak.
And so right now, not really aware that Heroic have all this forward info over at B. That's freed up a third player to come and support this top site. They flash Nerds in at long. He tries to get involved early, and m0NESY gets the better of him. Bear in mind, it was them two skirmishing right at the start of the round. m0NESY was the one that got away, and he goes on to punish Nerds just a little bit later. Now the execs coming through, the util flooding on in. HooXi leads the charge. It's NiKo to pick up the next double. The top site cracked wide open, and that's more like it.
HooXi's been shooting today, man. Say what you want. He has been getting a lot of kills on the C side. His CT was solid as well as the rotation player, a very important role. So he's going to fall here, but that's a nice double entry from NiKo, supplemented by HooXi, which denies any possibility of this retake. It's also HooXi who's anti-flash on long, but somehow m0NESY gets the kill with the AWP. He was looking right into it.
Yeah, he
saw it coming.
The presence of mind to be anti-flash for that sort of a play.
He saw it coming, yeah, that turned back.
And I think just tells you how difficult it is to hold A when you don't have long or bathrooms control, right? With the T's having utility.
And NiKo was close long. It looked like he wanted to re-peek, but I think he remembers that round where he just crouch peeks into m0NESY and you just lose that fight.
Nexa waiting outside of Monster. HooXi walking in, but hang on. That's a lineup. That's nearly the double. m0NESY will facilitate with a trade, brought down really low, but they just can't seem to finish the job versus m0NESY.
Because he'll want to get back towards A. That might not be allowed here. Repause. Molly down, NiKo looks for the kill. That nade almost finishes m0NESY's life, and even with the shadow, m0NESY finds that kill further from the angle. Tucked behind the smoke is Nerds. He kind of has to be heroic, literally himself. One man in the site comes through the smoke, does drop the first, but the bomb crouch sprays its way to a win. G2, bomb plot, but with low players, Heroic could consider this. They need to consider this. It's going into last round of the half, and they can buy. There is no excuse. There should be no save.
This maybe feels bad for Heroic because they came into this matchup as the underdog in spite of a very impressive run through the play-in stage. They felt like they had this game in the palm of their hands. But it might just get away in OT. NiKo trying to be the hero, and he will stand tall. Good for the double kill. NiKo on the receiving end of one of those for a change. He tries to reroute out, and he's got Nerds backing him up every step of the way. This tag team of Nerds and NiKo has locked G2 out of middle. Will one round on this CT side be enough for Heroic? First, they've got to get it. Next, attempting to walk out through short. Just the one kill, actually. And now it's m0NESY 1v4. And don't get me wrong, he's not missed a beat all damn day. But he should never be able to get away with this one. Coming through Monster, the trade will be there immediately. Surely smooth to try and make it happen. But there's Kixang swinging it wide. And so Heroic at least find one round on this CT side.
One round on the CT side, that gives them a chance here.
It was 6-6 in regulation. Nerds is going through the smoke again. They don't have the flash this time. They're caught out by one. Kixin finds him blind. It's again the m0NESY trade. The orb starts B, and thank goodness it does. But that will elevate the pace towards A as Heroic come back up connector.
And we saw this happen to G2, right? The Opera is on B. How are you going to respond? Heroic slows it down a little bit.
Boost on boost.
Wait, they're boosting. But m0NESY's up there just a little faster. And dude, you just can't explain the impact that m0NESY's had in this game.
I think put down a defensive smoke as soon as something starts happening. And NiKo is re-clearing now bathroom, so m0NESY might be there in time.
Yeah, the re-clear from NiKo might be big. It just gives m0NESY that extra few seconds. Hunter at least good for the trade here. And so G2 get to head into this retake a man up. m0NESY, not a man, more of a god right now. A third kill in the round from this AWP. And that leaves it on Kixan. Big brain on his shoulders, but a lot to do here, and caught looking away at the wrong time. It's all m0NESY. Nice one, Ilya, as G2 would say. It's 15 on the board. They move on to map point.
37 kills. I mean, he's close to a 40 bomb if you go back to MR15 in regulation, right? incredible work from him. And also, I think what's impressive is it's not been that many crazy m0NESY flicks, as it's just been him position-wise being like at the right place at the right time. Again, in the first round of the overtime, you're opening B site again, right? I think that's a great sign, right? That his feel for the game has been really, really good here on Overpass.
I love as well, we see him there in the player cam, he is just motor mouth, 100 miles an hour, getting all the info out there. He can feel the game right now, there's no denying it. Nico teed up over in middle, will get out with the double. And so he's done exactly what he had to do in this round. A 4v3 immediately provided on the back of that flash play in mid. And if you try to go B, if you try to go B, you'll go running into the big man upstairs. It's m0NESY with this AWP. Of course he doesn't miss Nerds. And this one is looking done. 1 overtime, all it takes for G2. A return to form across this map. m0NESY active throughout the entire thing to even keep G2 in it.
There's nothing to do. Kicks and waits a flank that will never come, but they could flash peek this, they can swing this together. At worst, they will trade. He walks into his inevitable demise, and G2, they wait, and then they strike. 16-13, the reigning champs of IEM Katowice are back in the group stage, and with a recovery here on Overpass, it's a damn good start. We move to their map pick, Anubis up next to see if G2 can get it done in 2.
Prove the haters wrong, Nexa.
Yeah, it's big.
Right here.
It's big they don't use the flash as well, because now Heroic don't even hear the flash on the other side of the map. They don't know that G2 have taken this space, and although it's only Nexa alone in this smoke, he's got the Julies. They're pretty good.
Here we are, Nexa. Oh no, none and done, as that's the end of the line for him.
Oh, I like
nice
that.
flash play through camera, but Hooksy actually blinded himself in the process.
Sick.
So this one's not gotten off to a rip-roaring start for the G2 squad. 3v5, and the backstab looking to get dealt with. Nico suddenly emerges, and m0NESY dropped out. It's got to be all Nico here to open up the pistol for G2. Dropping down into the site, he taps the bomb, hoping this baits a peek. He was relatively quiet back on Overpass, but trying to start this one strong. The 3 kills is the end of the line, as it will be Heroic pulling up with a pistol round in their back pocket.
Nice shots for Nico, but I will say Nikodos is a very strong P250 player on these pistol rounds as well. It's uncomfortable for Nexy. You think even 1 kill would be enough. And I love that idea for Hooksy, right-clicking the flash in the smoke, but then he runs backwards looking into it. Fumbled the execution, and Heroic come through with a pistol round. This is perfect timing for Heroic.
The thing that's scary here, right, is because you lost mid for a good while there and you didn't have any eyes on it, they could even be in CT, so there's a lot that G2 are having to worry about here. Hooksy and Hunter both rise to the occasion, though, with a killer piece on this B hold, and things are looking good for G2. On plant will come in, another kill from Hunter through the smoke. So this one looking nice and clean thus far. They've got Tesses and Nikodos left to get through. They learn about Tesses over in the connector. Nikodos is still a big question mark, but he is all that stands between G2 and this round. They'll deal with him cleanly. And so G2 pull up with the rifles and they get their first on the board right away.
Might be burning out the rugs as they go for a push together. Oh, he's just dropping it below in the little right-hand corner. It's going to force a repause. Flash is good, but Nikodos comes in with the saving double. Massive entries. They know a third man's here. There was util coming through, and m0NESY waits back in heaven.
1 kill for m0NESY. Accidental jump, but he controls it. Tony Hawk in the building, man. Little kick flip there as he brings it back into a 3-on-3. The backstab is in from Tesses as mid is left unchecked, and now Heroic can slow it down. m0NESY hungry for even more. He's left up in this clutch. 3 kills to his name in a 1v2. This has got to be the ace clutch from m0NESY if he wants to keep this round safely in the G2 bank.
Wouldn't be his first on Anubis.
Smoke out over towards Temple. Heroic move in, the site conceded. m0NESY gonna try and play through this. He teed this up for himself, gave himself options if he had to retake this B site, but Nikodos just a little smart, a little faster on that one, comes up behind him and will flush m0NESY out, knowing what he had planned to do with that smoke.
They might go back to it or just end the round on A.
Well, honestly, is here with this. Ooh, a missed shot, uncharacteristically so, misses again, and then burns alive in the molly on the site. Shush, double opener secured, and on the back of that, the round might just be unraveled for G2. This save call should look to come in.
This just in. Great utility, great execute. One missed shot, and yeah, that's the problem with, like, in executes in general. That one shot and the round is pretty much over because the players gain so much ground, like with scaling. He can hit the second shot, he's going to be traded immediately.
He might have gotten another shot off. So no blocking utility left now for G2 at 50 seconds. Heroic have done their due diligence and they're going to go back into the A site. The AWP is no longer here.
The paranoia has really crept in for G2, and even though Nico is going to have a real hot on their heels flank here, it all kind of hinges on Nexa being able to do something. He gets out with a 1-for-1, and m0NESY now arrives through middle. They learn about Nico in the backlines for Kixan. This one is too far gone. 1v4 required. He's going to try creep up onto m0NESY, but the trade is immediate out of Hunter in middle. So G2 do a great job of kind of wrangling Heroic in there. It looked like they were going to...
m0NESY can have some early info here, maybe even a kill.
Oh, good flash. He's forced back and the hunt comes in. Shush is going to chase this, but he doesn't need to. 25 seconds. Hunter makes a move, or Nico rather, dead down in dark. And HooXi at the back of the site, the soul hold right now. Ugly spray. Nexus saves the day. It's a plant for Heroic just in time. That little fake out into A main pulled the wool over G2's eyes and made them walk into the trap set by Heroic. It's a good grenade, but nothing will come of it. Heroic win the half at worst case.
Man, and when Heroic go and fake the A side like that, they use the last of their util in doing so, right? They kind of had a good bit of faith that was going to throw G2 off a bit. Their patience over towards B would work wonders, and they had full faith in getting the openers.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's so quick.
That wasn't even a no-scope. That was a quick scope.
And he's looking the wrong way. For crying out loud.
Oh, well. It seems like Heroic have already got their mind made up. It's another super heavy A-lean, and they're going quickly here. Nexa, I hope you've got something up your sleeve. You're going to need it. They are flooding in through main, and Nexa sends them packing. Multi-kill to open, traded after the fact. But there's more players here now. Nico supplements this hold over towards the A site. m0NESY dead.
Brutal.
Lovely openers out of Tessez. He's cracked that A site wide open. Goes for even more, and will get knocked out of the round. But they know where Hunter is now. They've got all the info. Heroic can move quickly here. And even though Hunter is just as fast in his decision to rotate over, he's not going to beat that first man in. Nikadon's already in the site, but the kill is given away. Hunter is in with a chance. Smoke down for now. He's going to start creeping through it, and Nerds peeks out in the open, or plants rather. That's nice and easy for Hunter. The red carpet rolled out in that 1v2.
Arguably, you know, very dangerous buy if you play your cards right. 3 MAC-10s, and we've seen some aggressive executes from this team. Uh-oh.
Oh, they're going to walk that. Nico, you thought that would be something for him there. They even lined up in the smoke. Nexa, again, will get tested here. They're coming in through main as well on a timing, but Nexa controls the spray for 2. Meanwhile, in mid, Nerds finds success. This one left even, but right now G2 are trapped behind this smoke in Temple. They go right through it. Another smoke in their way. This has sucked a lot of the pace out of the round for G2. They need the smoke, gives them an open veil to know that no one was close, but Nerds is still floating around here at the stairs. Been a nuisance that these players trying to rotate in on the retake, but a good flash. m0NESY nails that shot. It's all eyes on Shush, and m0NESY trading out to the AK puts up another multi-kill to find 5 rounds for G2. A rifle or an AWP, m0NESY can do it all.
It's all util in middle though. So no one will shuffle. In fact, Heroic even move further forward inside of A. Shush knows it's coming. He hits the jumps. They both jump. Bit of a disaster. You only want your first player doing that. And look how it hurts G2. They get folded up like clothes in luggage.
HooXi not ready to pack his bags yet. Still wants to give this 1v4 a go. 1 kill for the man. But he is getting flanked and 2 players lie ahead of him. Hooksy is suddenly alive. One bullet and it just falls short. But hell, he's taken it this far from the 1v4. He's going to start moving out of there. Running around with the bomb on his back. He is ahead of Nikados in the rotate.
Oh my goodness.
2 ex-teammates head-to-head.
Hooksy with the plant. Nikados slow on the approach, topping the charts for Heroic. And Hooksy, it's an awkward first fight. He can't complete it. A mini death slam, but a damn good try from Hooksy in the 1v4.
And as that glass goes down in the Hall of Heroes, you know they make eye contact there.
Hunter and Nexa walking in together. That bomb just a little bit later on the back of m0NESY. Tessez up close in middle. It's some damage, but it's not the killing blow. So G2 at least get the mid control they were looking for. They've cut off the info here as well. And it's not like Tessez really got to see everyone there. It's not like he saw the whole picture. Only gets to spot that one man fighting him in the door.
Looks like it that they won't use any nades so they don't give away their intentions.
But the crossfire is really nasty, and Nikados has been the hero of Heroic in this series. Kicks in just to draw them in, and he's eviscerated. Nikados, some team damage, they line up. He finds 2 kills, and now it's m0NESY versus Nerds. Quick drop down below. m0NESY needs a reposition inside of the smoke. He looks away. And Nerds gets ever closer to the round. Heroic find it with only 2 M4s. Disastrous round for G2. They slow it down.
And so now they're going to come back, try to take some of this A space. m0NESY using the AWP like it's a MAC-10, just runs up through main. Nico and Hooksy in the meantime find their successes in mid. And wouldn't you know it, Hooksy's called another blinder with the return to the A play.
That's my in-game leader.
It's always tough, I mean, for Heroic in this situation. They've lost 3 rounds in the first 10 seconds of the round.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you have all like these kind of protocols for like going out and gathering info, and down towards A main. Tessez deep on this angle. Well, m0NESY check for this. I think he's seen him, but just a second too late to save Hunter's life. Tessez goes 1 for 1 and gets the info that 2 players were crossing A. Nico trying to act on the fly here, starts to flank through Temple, but time is of the essence for G2. Nico can't really be the one to play first here, and with the double setup in at the back of the site, you're going to be real hard-pressed to win this one. Nico storming his way through CT, taps out the first man. He's seen the barrel, and he's going to follow up with another. Nico, fast as lightning on that flank through the spawn, and he's cracked this one open for G2, giving them a chance where there was nothing before. This one looked done. Instead, Heroic throwing in to a 2v2 retake. Bomb planted for CT, and they didn't have this real estate earlier on. That's how Nico moved in. They are cautious. They are scared. Every corner could harbor a G2 player. They've only just cleared CT now, and m0NESY's retaken the Temple. It's a done deal. Nikados, even though he lands that shot, the bomb planted for m0NESY. He can't win this, and he knows it. Runs for the hills as m0NESY and Nico cook up a 2v4 for G2.
I mean, a 2v4 and a 1v3 from Hunter in the first half. I'm not really sure.
Oh my god, man. m0NESY is absolutely mad. Mental. And he wins that! Nerds dead! m0NESY, so quick, follows up on the Glock. It's written in the stars that m0NESY is meant to be doing this.
He just doesn't care, does he? He does what he wants, when he wants it, and how.
And then 2 of them, you win by just m0NESY being unleashed and finding an entry kill, or 2 entries in this case.
Yeah.
That's 4 rounds that are over in the first 15 seconds, where it's, you know, completely done. Nothing for Heroic
and that's a full buy.
to do.
That's a full buy. It's not even a full buy like they lose the A round and then they just save. No, it's a full buy where almost everyone falls.
With how like commanding he's being right now, it's not even Hooksy saying m0NESY go kill. It's m0NESY telling Hooksy, I am gonna go kill. Try give him a line. Nothing presents itself. Everyone is terrified. If you're inside of the site and you're even still for a second, you are so scared about this AWP just bearing down upon you. Hooksy around the smoke down in dark. He's been betrayed by this before, and this round's no different. Hunter dead. m0NESY with the reply as they push this smoke through B main. The alarm bells go off for a moment, but Kixan could alleviate that right now with this mid push.
No way.
m0NESY, he did turn around to check it, but a second too late to that fact. And so Heroic with a nice re-establisher here in that round. They come through with some aggression.
NiKo's telling them to wait for him.
And this time around, you can see Heroic reacting towards Dark and are actually going to go for an info play.
Oh, and both peak on either side. Nerds makes it out alive, but barely. And remember, NiKo the entire time has been creeping in through middle. They didn't hear him tick on the Molotov, but NiKo hears that. He knows exactly where Nerds is, and he will contain the problem. Tell his teammate just to plant. I've got you, buddy. Nowhere to go. NiKo hunts mid-rotations. They're all coming from behind. Hooksy needs a kill here. NiKo can't win the entire round on his own.
Yeah, NiKo's going to potentially get avoided, but Hooksy wins that one, and that gives them so much more freedom here. With NiKo having confirmed that no one was rotating Temple or CT, it's become clear to G2 that they've got Heroic trapped in a box down in dark. NiKo, it's awkward at first, but he recovers nicely. Time is of the essence, but the bomb is not planted for NiKo. Kit on NiKodoz as he swings out with the 5-7. He's going to find NiKo, and he's got time to hop on that bomb. The clutch denied. As NiKodoz versus NiKo comes up in favor of the Danish Orb sensation.
My oh my. 11 apiece. At least G2 get plant. That's relieving for the money, but man, a nice try for NiKo and Hooksy, who play off of each other's contact, but NiKodoz, balls of steel. Mid's been good to them. They've got a lot of real estate, a lot of control here up towards doors. They just haven't always used it. That goes with both teams. CTs are more aggressive though. Flashes through, kicks are so blind. He cannot do a thing there. NiKo with another important opener at a crucial part of this match. He was doing it near the dying stages of Overpass. And G2 want to end this with a bang. Shush will put out the flame. Hooksy out of middle. They're going to pull towards Dark. Nerds doesn't even see his opponent. NiKo needs his trade. Nexa will find it for him. 3-on-2. G2 have the site, and Heroic have a decision to make.
That's purely on the back of where the money's at, right? If they were a little more well off, if there's a world where saving these two guns isn't the make or break of this entire game, you might see them give that a look in, but never destined to go for it when they're not fed a kill in the 2-on-3. This MP9's worked itself up into a close corner as Kixan lies in wait with this kind of double-layered peek out of him and Shush.
Same again. Oh, NiKo doesn't need to respect it. Texas doesn't even consider that NiKo will go through. Kixan's close, and it's perfect with the MP9. He chews through a couple, and that bomb is firmly in Heroic's hold.
NiKo's trying to get activated out through middle, but you're going to need a miracle from NiKo. Can he do it? Kixan just dancing around, proving to be a nuisance. NiKodoz with the backstab in the meantime, and Hunter's caught looking the wrong way. Nexa, he's getting pincered on. He needs to pick a fight forward or backwards, and even though he wins the one into main, it's all left onto NiKo. 1v2. They know that he was cut loose from mid, moved into this A site. It's all about trying to find him, and NiKodoz will do exactly that. A big round from Kixan and NiKodoz as they offer up 2 apiece. That first double kill coming off of the MP9 and the crunch that occurs over in main.
No, it's in the smoke to avoid giving up the position. Good flash play. m0NESY's out of there. Nexa's going to have to attempt this trade, and he will find it. Meanwhile, Nerds dead in dark inside of that smoke. So G2, a man up. Need to take a breath and regroup.
But that leaves mid wide open, and G2 have found this gap. Oftentimes when they've secured this temple control, it's led to great spots, and no one from Heroic is even considering this. They just left middle. That kill comes for free. Tessez tucked in at the back of the site. Delivers the double. Can't quite make it the third. Hunter will snuff him out, and so now it is just Kixan coming in late from all the way around. A day at the beach. They can just peek on the tap. They hear the footsteps now. They know he's in the site. They've got him right where they want him. First kill secured. Nothing from Hunter yet. The stick comes through, and Hunter will deny. Doesn't leap out for the trade. Plays the long con. Plays around that bomb. Once again, you'll bet that NiKo wants to work this mid control. He's been doing it all T-side long. Ooh, Heroic this time, though, will stem that bleeding. They deal with Nico early. And that's a real tool from the toolkit of G2 removed. It only gets worse with the death of Hunter over here at B. Think about some of the moments that Nico's opened up in this game with his lurks in through middle. Now that you don't have that, Hooksy's job gets that much harder.
Nuts, he didn't get flashed, he just walked the entire way through B main, so he is on a big flank, he is closing the net. Kixon, oh, he didn't need to commit to that, but he gets away with a frag. Dropping in is a bridge too far, and m0NESY cuts him down, but he is left alone in the impossible 1v3 now. m0NESY, I'm not banking on it. Not with 17 health, but this kid has shown us everything, anything is possible. He's got timing, he's got a window to plant this bomb. Question is, what happens after? He goes back? Oh, m0NESY, not another ace clutch on Anubis.
He's super low on health, and he never knew about Nerds having pushed all the way through long, but you are scratching your head a bit when you haven't seen him yet. He's usually down in dark. Still, timing gets the better of m0NESY on his way to that 1v5. Shush puts a stop to it, and so Heroic tie this up in OT.
Been a while since we saw that Ray rush, boys.
Hey, look, they're going to run it back again. It's tried and tested for G2 at this point.
I do love it. Although Shush has an orb, is that going to be to his benefit? The smoke comes down, they jump through, and this time he can evade capture as he takes two. Shush finally headshot, but they are in the sight.
Yeah, still not for long. Kicksam moving in to rein them in. It's just Hooksy left standing here. First kill goes his way, and that's when Nerds pops up to trade. Heroic ready for that one as they very quickly flood players in to assist Shush on that hold. A bit of spam go down range there. A three-man start over towards B. Hello, Nerds has worked his way out through main. Heroic trying to use G2's own trick against them. They pop out A, only that's not where this play was looking to end up. And look at the rotate it's drawn. G2 have completely up and left the B site.
I don't know how G2 are supposed to win this.
Smoke the bomb.
Smoke the bomb, yeah.
Hope Ray. Here we are. Nico a long ways out, takes a little while to rotate on in. So G2, this retake is late. Smoke on the bomb might be their best option, but they don't have them left anymore. Molly start to rain in, and with that Molotov on the bomb, this should be a done deal. m0NESY doing all he can, but they get to that bomb. And it's pigeon shooting for Heroic. They'll clean that one up. The bundle of G2 knocked down as Heroic soldier on to map point.
Two chances to do it, and you got to say, you got to give, you know, some props to Kixon in this series and inside of this team, what he's able to accomplish with, you know, powerful pieces. He's right now doing a damn good job calling out G2 in these 2 rounds.
Once Heroic gets into B, it's a very, very difficult retake for G2.
Left side smoke in. Takes contact first, and Hunter late to getting into dark. Pays the ultimate price. This one might be done, and it's all on the back of this guy right here. 3 kills from Nerds. m0NESY 1v5, a phrase we've said a lot throughout this series, and even though he's always given it a go, he's made it exciting. He's never won them, and so here we are. Watching m0NESY in the dying light of Anubis. Heroic have done it. They've longed this one out. A 3-map series we have on our hands here as Heroic stand tall in that overtime. And it's signposted with this beautiful performance from Nerds as we break into OT.
Tougher game for them than the score shows. Heroic could have closed it out earlier, and let's see what happens on Nuke.
Oh, G2 going to start off rushing ramp. Tessa's here. Dual Berettas get nothing done. Kicksam rotates in and makes out like a bandit with a trade kill there to find the 4v4. Dropping down lower, they want to try and fight for B. Clean shot for m0NESY, and he will secure the second as well. He can really do it all. Will that be enough to keep G2 in it? In the 4v2, things are looking good for them here in this pistol round at least.
What was it, 17-win streak that we saw broken back in the first season of Pro League last year? It was Fnatic to break it. G2, though, need to return to their former glory, and right now this pistol round is going swimmingly. Nikodoz has had a fantastic series. There's no doubt about that. I think that's, you know, we knew Nerds was the real deal when he joined this team. Hoped he'd be able to keep it up with his previous coach, Asor, but I think the question was Nikadoz, and he has delivered in spades. Surely a dead man here at the end of the round. He's taking them all out with him. Oh my, Nikadoz. It's only for style, but style is there.
Honestly, he's like, guys, please. You know, can we just not?
One more shot. Oh, he just guarantees he dies at the bottom.
Oh, and they're stacking heavy over towards ramp. They've noticed that G2 have got a bit of an affinity for it at the start of this game. They're going to come through with the pressure. Hut falls immediately with Hut conceded. Kicksan's given free reign in lobby. Next are tucked in, but they're already up on the roof. They'll be able to calm that down the line at least. Right now, they should look to maybe chase down Kicksan up here. Just work on isolating this one player who thinks he's in the back line, but in reality, he's playing right into their hands. G2 stabilize. 3v2 given over. If Tessez can muster up another magic Deeg shot, that might help massively, but no love found for Tessez. They're going to go ramp right into Nikadoz. They're playing right into his hands. This guy's having a phenomenal series, and they're about to discover him on the ramp room. 1 kill, no more, as m0NESY cuts him down.
Next,
the 2 giants of this matchup clash over at the ramp room.
Nico, a rifler to be feared in this position on both halves. They're actually playing wider than the smoke. The spam is perfect. He even sees the AWP on top of the box, so Nerds, no need to reface.
Yeah, can at least use that to smoke off main. Try give them an isolated fight onto Nerds, who's still lurking around in the back of the garage. He'll swing out here, and HooXi is on the receiving end of that. There's no chance at a trade. Really, all the real estate they have is just kind of hinging on getting down Secret. Nexa even spotted back in the lobby. And with 20 seconds left, G2 are going nowhere quickly. This one is written off. They do not want to even attempt it. Nerds doesn't give them a choice. He's going to go hunting for these kills down in Secret. Dropping the AWP, but Hunter will be able to retrieve it at least. That's something for G2. It's a very good round from Heroic here.
The possibility is there. Heroic send Kicksan down the vent, but he's barely surviving from that early spam, and there's a little more later on. Nikadoz, the 3rd nade to break the smoke, will be the lucky golden ticket, and he'll take 2 with it. I want to see a flick. He even hits the zoom again as he takes Nikadoz's head out and off. 3 on 4, G2, they're still uncomfortable, but with Kicksan so low, he can't even play for information here in B. He just has to tuck in, try and take one with him on a last-ditch attempt. 30 seconds, G2 will be going for this one.
Yeah, even 1 kill from Kicksan. There you go. That's worth its weight in gold. The fact he gets away with that, m0NESY's taken into the trade at least, but Tessez still lurks inside of this site. 1 more man left to get through. Going to hold the vent for the rotate, but Nurse is already down through Secret. Tessez might have been spotted, but they're not able to deal with him, and m0NESY gets boxed in as the last man standing. That fast flank through Secret.
I mean, that's really nice team play from Heroic, right? Like, that's a 3rd HE that you use outside. No way G2 is expecting it. They make a conscious decision to sort of fight for yard, be weak on other spots on the map, ramp.
Annoying shadows in the game. Nuke radio. Got to watch out there.
Yeah, Nuke is a fair few, right?
Oh, I love it.
Lobby aggro. Rest of Heroic moving in with him. They try to offset the pace early here. They know the rifles are coming back out for G2, and they look to get in their heads. They disrupt whatever game plan G2 might have had with instant lobby aggression. m0NESY left in the clutch. How many times have you had to say that today? Nails the first, but where does he go from here? Lobby conceded. Yeah, right. I mean, he's fully expecting them to still be kind of hanging around and fighting for this, and it's only now that the penny's starting to drop. Okay, they've given me the bomb, but that means they're playing back within the sites. As he moves in, you've got this AWP watching outside. Nikadoz makes quick work of m0NESY and locks him out of another clutch attempt. Heroic up in the lead, and for G2...
coming up with a 12-round CT first half. Right now, he is on the money to do that once again.
Well, here we are. Pace change out of G2. They try to bring the heat to Heroic. A no-scope from Nikadoz. But it's not without its own setbacks. It's just the one and done. A 2-on-3 in the retake here. Money available for Heroic so they can justify giving this a little look in. The util's going to burn Nico out into the open.
Oh, no.
And he even perishes in that Molotov. G2 might get the plant, but now it's even odds. And suddenly Heroic are interested. Nerds waits back in main. There's a re-smoke in his face, and he tries to react off the back of it. Won't be given anything. Molly misses, falls down the ladder. That could be a bit of a disaster. Heroic might have just looked to save if that Molly came in, but instead they throw themselves out through heaven, and it takes m0NESY with a swift double kill to keep that round in good standing for G2. m0NESY as the one consistency they've been able to rely on. It's great that he's able to keep it going here in this third map. But this one gets real close considering the success that G2 have early. I don't know what happened here. I mean, I know he's worried about getting swung from heaven, but just dies in the fire. And now they look real fearful. And with good reason. Nico and m0NESY, the two players that are actually doing something for G2, both softened up. That kind of takes the bite out of these execs as they move into the B site. TeSeS could disrupt this here and now. Denies the plant. Nico is out with one. Plant just coming in. They won't be able to stop it in time, but the round goes the way of Heroic. Just a few milliseconds too late to getting that bomb down.
Felt like they had it. I'm with you, Harry. That felt like they had the plant just in time. No one even got off the bomb, but G2 a second too late, and it all comes from TeSeS.
Last time they almost got scared in this position. Freaked out by the TeSeS kill at ramp, but Nico is looking to make it happen. A second kill down at lower. Nerds trading places, and that's the bomb, but a turnaround from Hunter, and a pivotal kill there. The Tech-9 delivers. Hunter dies falling down, but the bomb makes it. m0NESY even rings out with another, and now it's Nikodos giving chase to Ghosts. A lost round as G2 slip on in, thanks to a keen double from Nico. Ease your way into when those smokes get blown open, instead of, as you pointed out earlier, like when m0NESY's trying to scope on the on the smoke wall for outside. When it's this close, there's just so many angles that you don't get to like pre-adjust to before that smoke blows.
I think, though, this was a good adjustment from G2 when it comes to exactly that, because they saw...
One man down at lower. That's HooXi locked in this fight. The rest of the gang taking some real estate over at Hell. They want to try and join up with HooXi.
He really wants his kill because he knows he's legged him as well. The pistol was out, 20 seconds. They're routing ramp down to B. They're trapping Nikodos in. He thought they were going heaven. Now he's got to deal with this, and he knows he can stop that bomb and win the round. Going for a crazy move, but Nico's going to catch him on the rafters. Doors covered. HooXi kills rotations, and just when you think Heroic have everything they need, it all comes crumbling back down. Low HP, though. Nico still taps out a second shot. TeSeS needs this kill instantly, and HooXi is too far away. He could just stick it for all it's concerned. Smoke fading. He gets off. He freaks out. He fears it. And HooXi comes in for the kill. The captain clutches up for G2 at the end of the half. It is an absolute heartbeater of a round. And G2 hold on 6-6.
Insane numbers from him, and he finally has one teammate switched on in Nico. So let's see. Hunter run out on the top side. m0NESY battling for control of the door, and he will secure it. Nexa out from heaven lends a helping hand, and m0NESY chases down that last kill. It's a big triple from m0NESY in the pistol as he continues to put his best foot forward here to open up the G2 run in Katowice.
m0NESY unchained. To think he almost lost track of that player in door, and he ends by just leaping into the hut to finish the round. Knows he needs to put his team in his backpack sometimes, and he carries them all the way home from school. 7-6. G2. This is the first map, I think, that we've seen CTs even win the pistols.
Yeah, a great moment for G2 to win both pistols. Eco from Heroic just with the smokes. But to G2, it looks like it's a force.
Ooh. Now the m0NESY 3K.
Easy.
And Nex is just here to mop up the remainders. So one death in the round, but the M4 at least saved out of it.
Or put some pressure so that Nikodos can play on yard.
Oh, they just walk.
Spotted by HooXi though. And death comes swiftly to the Nerds. There's the push out from ramp. Bit of aggression in from Hunter as well as he creeps the smoke in the door. Shush, one kill, end of the line. Nikodos never given the room in this one. Lost to the hands of time out in the yard.
Now he just goes straight secret with the rifle, or maybe not straight, but he goes to secret. Nico is the yard player, and you know, Heroic is trying to put some pressure A before they do the smokes outside. He's in perfect position to punish that, as you see here, and at that point the jig is up for Heroic. They don't have utility left to really gain control somewhere else. If you didn't get yard and you spent all your utility, those narrow choke points on...
Only time will tell who this favors, but Hooksy just peels off and goes and rejoins his teammates in at the ramp. Tessez with one of these scavenged guns, 30 seconds left to make a move if you're Heroic, and this one is going to be living and dying on the hill of this bomb. Nertz and Shush both eliminated by Hooksy. And for Nikodos and Tessez, there should be no win in this one. They've got 15 seconds and a full ramp stack to get past. No more kills for Nikodos. It's all m0NESY all day. 21-9 as he is putting in a world-class performance across this series. And I think, you know, that, if anything, speaks volumes as to both how quiet his team have been and how well Heroic have been playing.
Did Kixer just not know he had the bomb? That seems like the only way that happens, right? Like he just runs out alone with a Glock.
I think it's because Nexa...
Well, they disagree. Right, nice little flank in the lobby. There's a quick A split coming though, so they've got to be fast on this ramp side. Hunter spray is ugly, but don't worry, there's a backline and there's a bomb dropped as well as the round. Nexa finds a big spray, and G2 continue this massive streak.
And the celebration is huge there out of G2. They know how important winning that round was, right? They can feel the momentum picking up. You said G2, when they've got a bit of momentum behind them, so hard to put a stop to. And critically there, after more rifles getting brought forward, this is the back-breaking of Heroic, a team that have been able to long out these games in OT, have been able to compete in OT. This one might get cut short on the back of the money alone, and that's why you see Hooksy just exploding in celebration. Oh, Nico arrives on the scene out in the yard.
He's here.
Only the one. Nikodos tries his hand at the double, but Hooksy able to drop that hero gun outside. Nertz will at least gain some real estate, but this is something G2 have to be considering in the back of their minds. As to whether or not Nex is going to be prepared for it, that's a whole different factor. He's creeping forward out in the yard, and so this player down low is still not even known about. Nertz now arrives. This is awkward for Heroic, though. They've got one smoke to try and ease the burden of crossing past m0NESY's AWP. I don't know if it's a one smoke kind of cross game right now, boys. Not with the game that he's having. He nails Shush on the cross. Hooksy already down at lower, and it's all left on to Kixan. Heroic having to come to terms with the fact that this game has well and truly gotten away from them. Double doors swing open. Everyone watching on, their fingers crossed, praying that Kixan can offer up a 1v3. The weight of the world on his shoulders, and that weight might be too much to bear as Kixan whittled down and moments away from getting finished off here. Hooksy will be the one to do it.
He's had a lot of high-impact kills in this series, hasn't Hooksy? 3 right there and then, and G2...
It's another round where he looks to get tested with this AWP. Hunter wins a fight in the hut, and m0NESY succeeds on the ramp side, ducking and weaving out of danger, and now he's ready to become the danger. In with the ramp swing, he is the one who knocks here, and he's knocking down Heroic. Just Nikodos left standing, and even though this guy's given us star-studded performances in this series, it's m0NESY that we'll be talking about. G2, 13-6 victory, and it's spearheaded with a world-class, absolutely mind-boggling performance from m0NESY.
What else could you want from this guy? He's in fighting form, back-to-back grand finals at Katowice. G2 looking like a team that might be able to run for another one. They've still got more group stage to play, and we'll have to see Heroic fare in the lower bracket.
I mean, take a bow, m0NESY. What a incredible series from him. Heroic played great CS, put up a good fight, but m0NESY just wasn't going to be denied, especially if you go back to that first map on Overpass. He almost had 40 kills. And G2 stays alive, goes into the next round in the upper bracket.
Watch out, Zaiwu. He's coming.